order to administer a special examination in January 2023. The indicative figure we have at the moment for those who were not able to sit the examination is 9,354 candidates, and we have given the opportunity to sit for an examination in January so that they can also be able to join Form 1.
On his side, Education PS Belio Kipsang appreciated efforts put forth by education stakeholders to ensure that the last KCPE examinations were conducted despite the heavy rains being experienced across the country.
I want to appreciate our field officers. You've done a gallant job in managing the examination, some in very difficult situations. I saw quite a number of them who had to remove their shoes so that they could cross the river in making sure that we serve our children.
With the ministry having released the results, it's now upon parents to start preparing to admit their children in different high schools that they will be selected to join. From EBN TV, we say congratulations to the last cohort of KCPE candidates. Belinda William, EBN Prime Edition.
And now still in the KCPE celebrations, joy and happiness was experienced and seen all over the country as primary schools celebrated the good performance and results in the KCPE examinations after the Minister of Education, Ezekiel Mashogu, announced the results earlier on yesterday. In some of the schools that EBN TV interacted with, the students were full of happiness for their success, while the teachers and parents were happy for the great effectiveness and achievements of their children. Masin Zilu has more on this story.
It is now my humble duty and privilege to declare the 2023 KCPE examination results officially released.
Just a few hours after Education CS Ezekiel Machogu announced the 2023 KCPE results, parents and teachers came out in large numbers to celebrate the good results their children posted. Michael Waruture from Riara Springs Academy is this year's best student in the country with a score of 428 marks.
Komora liko napata 400 na 420 kupanda kwenda juu, lakini si wakati wote unafaulu, saa zingine unateleza, saa zingine unafuzu sana, lakini yote naweza sema kuwa sikutarajia kwa kuwa mwishowe ilikuwa nimeteleza kiasi, so sikuwa najiamini, lakini kwa usaidizi ya Mungu na kujiamini nilifika pale niko saizi.
Appellant School head teacher has expressed his satisfaction with this year's KCPE results, as most of his students have scored more than 300 marks.
School is doing well because our best child had 416. Then we had only 3 children below 300. Then we had 38 children above 400 marks. So we also appreciate, because when we compare with last year, we had only 29.
Parents and students at Ale Primary School in Eldoret celebrated in their school after more than 20 students scored 400 marks and above. In a private school, First Beth Academy in Kakamega, the first student got 420 marks, while more than 56 students got more than 400 marks.
We have performed well. Our first candidate has scored 420. Teamwork, I would say teamwork. We just put our foot forward best.
This was the situation in different schools across the country. Congratulations to 2023 KCPE candidates. Reporting for EBN TV, my name is Masin Zilu.
And now away from the exams to sad news 5 people have been reported dead in Naurien Rege in Kakuma, Turkana County, following a fire whose cause has remained a mystery. Among them was a 5 and a 9-month-old baby, with eyewitnesses noting that the fire was caused with a jiko, with household items burning after neighbors were overwhelmed with the fire.
Alipoweka maharagwe kwa moto, yeye akaenda kwa bedroom yake akajilasa mahali pale, na vile walilala sufuria iliweza moto iliendelea kukokota na ile chakula ikamaliza maji. Ilipomaliza maji sasa nafikiri moto sasa ikalipuka na ikashika curtains ya nyumba. Ilianza na curtains, so ikashika sasa kila upande.
Ile kitu ilitokea usiku, ilikuwa ni saa 4. Vile niliona moto, mtoto akaniamsha kijana yangu, so nikakimbia. Vile nilikimbia, hatungeweza kuokoa watu kwa sababu boma pia ilikuwa imeshikana.
Hatukuweza kuingia kwa sababu kulikuwa gate imeshafungwa. Hiyo fence imewekwa, ilikuwa tight hata kuweza access tuweze kuingia ndani.
Sad indeed. And with the ongoing rainfalls, leaders from Northeastern have called on the President William Samoei Ruto to declare the El Nino rains as a national disaster, noting that the region has been greatly affected with the ongoing rains set to run to December. According to the legislators, thousands of residents from the Northeastern region have been left homeless and are now facing starvation, among other disasters, and are calling for immediate and instant humanitarian aid.
We implore the government to act on the following strategies. First, declare the El Nino rains and floods as a national disaster. To date, what we have been seeing is just lip service. We are yet to see any meaningful, well-collaborated, well-coordinated action from the government. And therefore, this remains our unified call for the government action to incorporate the support of all relevant strategic players to upscale capacity and improve coordination among state agencies, non-governmental organizations, the donor community, and the wider Kenyan public.
As we speak for the people of Northeastern and Northern Kenya, today we declare that there is a national disaster in terms of El Nino. So we ask the international community please to step in. We have seen our Deputy President visiting other places. He has not stepped in or visited Northeastern just to see what the situation is. We ask him also, because he's the one coordinating on behalf of the Kenya government, to go and visit those places so they can get first-hand experience. The people are going to die.
Now, the president of the country, President William Samoei Ruto, has pledged the government's support in digitizing all health group programs. Gracing the Joyful Women Organization 14th anniversary, Ruto lauded the organization for its contribution to the country's economy through women empowerment.
Nimeambia wizara na PS wangu Susan Mangeni yuko hapa. So, tumekubaliana na wao ya kwamba kwa sababu mnafanya sasa biashara na hamuna uwezo wa kuweka katika digital platform, teknolojia kati yenu iko chini kidogo. Sasa tutatumia pesa ya serikali kusaidia vikundi zenu ili tuwaweke katika digital platform. Na sio nyinyi peke yenu, wale kina mama wote wanaofanya kazi sokoni, wale vijana wote na wako na vikundi. Si tuko na vikundi nyingi pale sokoni? Pia tuko na vikundi nyingi ya watu wa bodaboda, pamoja na vikundi sasa zenu ya Joiwa. Nyinyi wote kuanzia Januari tunawapanga katika mtandao ya dijitali.
And now on to news of corruption. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, has raised concern over the increased runaway corruption perpetuated in county governments. EACC questioned why counties are still lagging behind despite having received over 1.5 trillion Kenyan shillings since the inception of devolution in 2013. Many are still struggling to sustain themselves despite the huge amounts of cash that the government has disbursed to the devolved units.
Of effective oversight role of county assembly, this is a step in the right direction. I would say that it is recognized universally that the fight against corruption achieves far-reaching impact when the leadership of an institution upholds the core values of good governance and is committed to transparency, integrity.
As you are seeing here is where we used to have the assembly before. Adherence to policies, guidelines and procedure.
We will examine the existing policies, guidelines, procedures and practices applied in operation of the county executive in assembly.
We are in the process of automating all our systems here. We want to be paperless, including the assembly there. We want our teams to be having their order papers on a template, not paperwork running around.
For the benefit of the people, isn't it? And we do not, and we can give them the access, the interface for systems.
Products. Your Excellency, the overall objective of the youth bribery. Further opportunity for collapse and unethical practices in Mwana.
Next time, probably when you come, you'll find us in a better place. So feel free.
Through the morning rush and the buzz. Find the voice you can trust, a voice of reason, a voice of direction, and a voice of hope.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Live. I'm Cynthia Nanjala.
And I'm Sammy Adika. Rise and shine, folks. We hope you are ready for an energizing start to your day.
Absolutely. We are here to bring you the latest headlines and trending news stories from the world of politics,
business and finance, health and lifestyle,
agriculture and sports.
So grab your coffee, sit back and get ready for a fantastic morning of engaging discussions and news segments.
Join us through our social media handles, #The Morning Live. This is Morning Live, exclusively on EBN TV.
Every Saturday from 8:30 a.m.
But we should not be afraid to interpret scripture.
Get to know the story behind the Bible. Why was it written? To whom was it written? And what was happening when it was written? Understand, get to know, learn how to properly interpret the scriptures so that you're not deceived.
In the book of Revelation, and we have started to enter into the happenings because these are things that are going to take place hereafter.
Join Pastor Felix Kevoy and his team as they go through the different books of the Bible and give you the theological interpretation of the same.
At the very introduction of the book of Revelation, the book lays clear what is contained in here.
Every Saturday from 8:30 a.m. on The Theology Show, only on EBN, transforming your world.
Welcome once again to the newspaper review, and today, of course, news making headlines on all papers is the KCPE performance or the results. Kicking us off with the Star. The first person you're going to see there in the Star is one Mr. Michael Warutere from Riara Springs Academy, who was the top student, scoring 428 marks in the KCPE, followed by the girl, the best girl, and who was the second overall, one Immaculate Washeke, and some list of other boys and girls who did amazingly in the KCPE exam. So Warutere roost as stars bid by to KCPE. Yes, this is the standard. Celebrations here and there. Name of top performers, are listed there. That is the first page of the Standard. You might want to check that out for yourself. And other news, still in the same newspaper, which is the Standard, is this as Joy as twins excel in national exams. One got 401, another got 417. An interesting story that you might want to check up on. Everything is all about the KCPE, the preparations, and how it all went down. The Daily Nation has Warutere's picture making headlines. It must feel nice. And also deep inside KCPE 2023 results, the Nation has taken quite up some pages to just review the performances by the students who sat for their KCPE, which is the last one this year, and the Standard is doing a great job at that. So the list, the names, the marks are well written on a page inside there, and Marshall also assures of a smooth change of system from the 844 to the CBC system. Also, you'll find pictures and photos of students who are able to score 400 and above in the KCPE results. That is what is happening in the Daily Nation. And now in the Star. The Star also has Warutere's picture over there. It has the picture of Immaculate Washeke, who was first. Immaculate Washeke was able to score 427 marks. That is 1 point down from Warutere. And also photos of boys and girls who also did amazingly well in the KCPE. Also, there are photos of other pupils who performed amazingly well for all the way to 397 marks. Their photos are being aired out in the Star. The Star is also doing a story on the late Joe Kayo, From Crime to the Pulpit. Joe Kayo's inspiring evangelism life. You might want to check that out. And then Kenya ranked among the largest geothermal energy producers. You might want to check up on that, because energy is something that the price of energy are not really making sense, and that is what we have for you in the Star. When we come back, we'll be featuring artists from the set book world. We are saying bye to the set books world. So what will they be doing after this? Join us in the next few minutes. This is EBN Morning Live.
Walisema mnywa maji kwa mkono mmoja,
kiu yake ipo pale pale, ndiposa tumekuletea wewe mtazamaji wetu
mkono mwingine ili kukata kiu yako na ari yako ya ufahamu.
Naam, ngoma imechezwa mtazamaji, basi hatuna budi kulisakata na kukuletea wewe ufahamu wa kaunti yako,
tukiangazia masuala ya siasa na uongozi,
jamii na itikadi,
maendeleo na changamoto katika kaunti yako. Ungana nami Belinda William,
nami Emmanuel Marwa
kwenye makala ya Gatuzi Langu kila siku ya Jumatatu saa 5:30 hadi saa 6:30.
From the fields to your screens.
Ronaldo. It is Ronaldo. It's 2-1 United.
This is where you will get your full detailed story from football, hockey, volleyball.
Otavio goes once more. Oh, he's done it brilliantly.
Basketball.
Long range three.
All in one.
For exclusive interviews, discussions and sports feature stories.
Every Monday from 2 p.m.
to 4 p.m.
on EBN TV. This is The Scoreboard.
Through the morning rush and the buzz, find a voice you can trust, a voice of reason, a voice of direction, and a voice of hope.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Live. I'm Cynthia Nanjala.
And I'm Sami Adika. Rise and shine, folks. We hope you are ready for an energizing start to your day.
Absolutely. We are here to bring you the latest headlines and trending news stories from the world of politics,
business and finance, health and lifestyle,
agriculture and sports.
So grab your coffee, sit back and get ready for a fantastic morning of engaging discussions and news segments.
Join us through our social media handles, #The Morning Live. This is Morning Live, exclusively on EBN TV.
Every Sunday from 9 p.m. Christian World Today. A look at what is happening in the Christendom. We look at revivals, controversies, persecutions, and in-depth interviews on issues affecting the church. Christian World Today with Frederick Njiri. Every Saturday from 8:30 a.m.
But we should not be afraid to interpret scripture.
Get to know the story behind the Bible. Why was it written? To whom was it written? And what was happening when it was written? Understand, get to know, learn how to properly interpret the scriptures so that you're not deceived.
In the book of Revelation, and we have started to enter into the happenings because these are things that are going to take place hereafter.
Join Pastor Felix Kevoy and his team as they go through the different books of the Bible and give you the theological interpretation of the same.
At the very introduction of the book of Revelation, the book lays clear what is contained in here.
Every Saturday from 8:30 a.m. on The Theology Show, only on EBN, transforming your world.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Nora.
Dr. Lang, I knew that was your name, but you must explain it to her. He's busy for now.
Oh, and you?
Dr. Lang, you know, I always have all the time for you.
You see, I'll make use of that as much as possible.
As much as possible. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, you see, I wanted to sit over, but I just came direct to see you, Nora.
Dr. Lang.
Yeah.
Is anything likely to happen?
Nothing much, but what I've been long be prepared for.
And is it about yourself?
Yes, who else? You see, there's no need to lie to oneself. I'm the most wretched of all my patients. I'm like this very moment, Helma.
Dr. Lang, you're quite upset today. I expected you to be in a little good
No, you see, I'm not in my sick room. I adored him.
But Dr. Lang?
No. You see, having taken the sickness of Helma in my hands, that's too much, Nora.
Dr. Lang, Klavish, you talk of something cheerful.
Oh, Nora, so the whole thing is a mere laughing matter?
Oh, I suppose you mean that he was too passionate of paradise and started to the ground.
And Trophus, of course, yes.
Stafford and oysters too.
Yeah. Nora.
Why did you smile?
You see, I'm the one who started laughing, yeah?
No, you see that smile.
Nora. You see, Nora, as I'm seated here talking to you so intimately, I did not expect what will have become of me if I did not end in this room.
And Dr. Lang, I believe that you do feel thoroughly at home here with us here.
You see, and to be obliged to leave it all, Nora.
Nonsense, you're not going to leave anything behind.
Nora, you see, it's just like the first comer who's also replaced by the other.
Dr. Lang, you know, Toba cannot do without you.
Yes, and you?
Dr. Lang, I'm always pleased when you're here, of course.
You see, that is putting me in the wrong track. You see, I was determined that you would be my track as in Helma's.
Dr. Lang, you know, there are some people one loves best, and the other one loves as a companion. You know, when I was home with Papa, I used to love Papa best. But I could sneak into the maid's room for the never more of life. They talked about such entertaining things.
There's something in that, Nora.
I don't mean that it's the maid's place to take him.
But Nora, you see, I was determined that I should do to you whatever a man may do to you.
After what happened?
Nora, please, allow me to do to you whatever a man may do to you.
You can do nothing for me now.
Nora.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, that is just a small peek into the world of set book industry. These two are great actors from that industry, which is now saying goodbye or leaving the stage. Why? Because the CBC is coming through. When we come back, we'll be talking about how or where such talents will be going. Amazing talents. How do you just know it from the fingertips, you know? And the book they were doing, which book was that, if I may ask?
It was Adults.
It was Adults House, and I'm sure those who have done the same set book do know what these two are talking about. So such great minds, such great talents, where are they going to as soon as the CBC curriculum kicks in? Stick it right here at EBN TV, and the show is Morning Live.
You are watching EBN TV, transforming your world.
Every Saturday from 8:30 a.m.
But we should not be afraid to interpret scripture.
Get to know the story behind the Bible. Why was it written? To whom was it written? And what was happening when it was written? Understand, get to know, learn how to properly interpret the scriptures so that you're not deceived.
In the book of Revelation, and we have started to enter into the happenings, because these are things that are going to take place hereafter.
Join Pastor Felix Kavoy and his team as they go through the different books of the Bible and give you the theological interpretation of the same.
At the very introduction of the book of Revelation, the book lays clear what is contained in here.
Every Saturday from 8:30 a.m. on The Theology Show, only on EBN, transforming your world.
through the morning rush and the buzz. Find the voice you can trust, a voice of reason, a voice of direction, and a voice of hope.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Live. I'm Cynthia Nanjala.
And I'm Sammy Adika. Rise and shine, folks. We hope you are ready for an energizing start to your day.
Absolutely. We are here to bring you the latest headlines and trending news stories from the world of politics,
business and finance, health and lifestyle,
agriculture and sports.
So grab your coffee, sit back and get ready for a fantastic morning of engaging discussions and news segments.
Join us through our social media handles, #The Morning Live. This is Morning Live, exclusively on EBN TV.
Welcome to EBN Morning Live. My name is Consolata Chibalonza, and today we are looking at the fate of set books as a whole. Now, if you have been in the Kenyan school system, then you obviously know that we have had an amazing time with the set book actors. Either they came to your school, or you went to a theater hall somewhere, or you went to another school and you were able to learn a thing or two from the set books that you were doing at that time. That is based on the 844 curriculum that has been for the longest time. So maybe you can share with us in the comment section, which set book did you do? Which one do you remember? And what exactly do you remember? So with me, people from that space or that sphere of life, they've been doing this, I don't know for how long, I do not know them. They will introduce themselves and tell us more. So starting from my immediate right, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Rollins Otieno. I'm an actor, and I've got a lot of attributes, but what has brought me here is acting. So yes, that's me. I do set book performances, that is theater performances, and also the film performances. Yeah.
For how long have you been in the set book industry?
I've been in the set book industry from 2018. From 2018 up to now 2022. Yeah.
All right. And yes, gentlemen, my farthest right.
Thank you for having me here. My name is Leon Asbar. Well, I'm a stage director, an artistic director, an artistic creator. But before this, I was an actor, and I am an actor up to now. Yeah, but majorly now I do the stage directing business. But I've been acting for quite a long time.
What is quite a long time?
From the year 2010. Yes, from the year 2010 was when I began doing set book as an actor. Then I grew artistically. I became a stage director, and now I'm an artistical director.
Okay, maybe tell us the difference between the two.
Yes.
What's the difference between a stage director and an artistical director?
A stage director is the one that creates what you see on stage. An artistical director is the one that directs what the actor on stage does.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's new, and that's new. So back to you, Roy. How has it been for you? How has this industry been for you so far?
Okay, the journey has not been swift because one, you see, every platform or every industry has got its own shortcomings and also its own benefits. First and foremost, I remember getting to the industry, it was way back 2018, and I was still young, almost fresh from high school, just a few years after high school. So when I ventured into this industry, I went and did the auditions and I was qualified. So we went for a camp We were supposed to be in a camp, getting the rehearsals, so that we'd be ready for the shows. So during the camps and everything and the rehearsal, there was a lot of challenges because now I was new into the industry and also into the business. So they took advantage of me in terms of, yes, you have the passion, but because your passion is more than the business side, we'll have to give you just peanuts and so that you may propel your passion. So that's how the industry welcomed me. We really faced a hard time into the industry. Yes, we have shows, but it was very devastating having stayed for 3 months doing shows. Now, at the end of the 3 months, what you get, it's around 5,000 to 4,000. Bear in mind that you have got landlord who's waiting for you for 3 months, waiting for his or her deals. So it was something challenging to me now, balancing now my passion and also the business side of the industry. So it had those shortcomings, but I usually say that it was a place where I was to be, so that I may be where I am today.
Okay, and as far as a director, how has the experience been for you in the set book world?
Yeah, it's been a great experience. I would say I've learned. I have taught, and through teaching, I have learned. I've learned quite a lot. When I teach, or rather when I create, I learn from the person that I'm directing, that I'm teaching on how to act. I learn from them. So it's been a great learning experience. Very learning experience. And I'd say it's been challenging, but yeah, it's challenge that makes us who we are.
As a director, what is the future of set books in this country?
Well, the future of this industry, I would say, this industry is a stepping stone to all the great artists that you've seen in this industry.
True.
This has been the foundation, the backbone of the talent, of any acting talent in Kenya. So I would say this industry has created great actors. I do not stop at the coming of CBC. With the research that we've done, CBC will accommodate us. In fact, it will broaden our market as actors, as set book actors. It will broaden our market. Now, it being that they are teaching art in schools, so we will tap into that. We will tap into that. If the set book is not there, so we'll tap into the art world with this in the CBC, and that is where we can harvest from, and we can have our actors moving to. So the future of this set book industry, I pray that it does not come to an end, but if it comes to an end, then we'll tap into what the CBC will offer us.
Maybe because you're in the line of production and stage directing, there are millions of set book groups all across the country. I cannot begin to state the names, the artists. How can a teacher or an institution that is listening to you right now distinguish a fake from a legit group?
Well, we have associations. We have associations that are governing this industry. So we're not just an industry that is just running at a skelter. We have associations that are running this industry. For example, I am a member of a Set Book Performers Association of Kenya. That is an association that runs several groups, that manages, that guides several groups. And there is another one. We have associations that are guiding this industry. So for any person that is watching us, for any teacher and institution that is watching us, if a team comes to your school, you need to know whether they are members of an association. Like for example, in a Set Book Performers Association of Kenya, we have about 40 groups. About 40 groups that we regulate, that we've sat down and issued guidelines that guide them on how to perform, on what to perform, for us to ensure that the students are consuming something worthwhile. That's why we have the associations. We have associations that are running this industry, that are taking the industry in check, that are taking the groups in check. Yes.
For you, Rawlings, if as an artist, how would one distinguish a good group from a bad group. As much as Brad has said, there are 40 groups. So how would you know which group to join, which group to go for an audition for? Because the auditions are out here. I've seen the posters. People will be, oh, we're looking for, and it's usually you're looking for somebody above the age of 18, flexible to travel. That's usually the cue line, and you'll know, this is a set book ad. So how would you know I will audition for this one and I will not audition for this one?
Okay, first and foremost, you see, just as you've said, there are a lot of groups outside here. And distinguishing a legit group is by checking the history. Because you see, groups have a tendency of rebranding themselves every now and then when they want to audition people. So first, you just have to check on their history. What's their background? How was their journey, as in how were the previous actors being treated? So that is when you will now have that definite answer of a group where you will wish to land. Yes.
Rumors has it, and this I will get the answer from both of you. Rumors has it that the set book industry is extremely promiscuous. That when you're changing behind the curtains, and when the students don't see you, when the students don't see you, when people don't see what's happening behind the curtains, when you're going out to change, it is not usually just changing that happens. It is a promiscuous industry. Hence, some parents denying or refusing the children from joining the ministry. What would you say as an actor?
Actually, you see, being an actor, you must be flexible. Yes, there are notions behind art, but you just have to check on your passion. And what happens behind the curtains, it's what will make the show to be more good or even to be a bad show. So what happens in the backstage, it's the making of the front stage. Yeah, there's some rumors that have gone viral that it's not healthy on the backstage, because you see, we're both genders, and we at some point we may see that we don't have even some places we don't have any adequate changing rooms or stuff. But we at least the actor, what will distinguish you from a good actor is the discipline. Yes, the interaction is there, and probably at some point maybe the privacy may be limited, but your discipline towards the passion, towards the industry. Because one, if you don't have discipline, even as somewhere where there's privacy, you also you are ought to go overboard.
Exactly. Director,
yes.
What happens in the backstage? Amani, what happens in the backstage stays in the backstage.
Now they say that the best of shows is not the one that you watch front stage. The best of shows is what that happens backstage. But I'm grateful that you chose to use the right word. Rumors. Rumors have it. But you see, rumors are nothing more than rumors. Because the truth is, we have professional actors. And what has taken you to that backstage is not promiscuity. No. What has taken you to that backstage is for you to deliver to the people that you're performing to. But because you see, backstage is not only set for stage actors. Even in the film, they have their behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
But it is the discipline that keeps us where we are. Now, with the rumors, treat them just as rumors because they're nothing more but rumors. Because we have professional actors, professional set book actors in this industry that have adhered to the guidelines of the industry, that respect each other, that are very well disciplined. Therefore, the issue of promiscuity, I would say it's just rumors, nothing more than that.
What about we have heard of groups that will go to schools, either the artists are drunk or they will carry substances that are not allowed within the school vicinity. How would you know? Because for a teacher, when they come, obviously the producer is all tied up, coat, suit and tie, and very professional, right English, always with the right words to say. But then when it comes to the groundwork, all of a sudden this person the group that comes in is just there. either indisciplined, either it's faulty, or it's not, it does not even have the tiniest bit of professionalism when it comes to the stage work, meaning either they don't have their lines right or whatever they're showing is not what the book is writing.
That's why I will refer you back to the issue of associations. We have associations that are running this industry. And the issue of discipline cuts across. In the matters performance and how you enter an institution, you must be presentable. Therefore, the issue of discipline, discipline is well catered for the groups that are in associations that govern and run this industry.
What about those who feel like those groups in the associations are way more expensive than those who are not?
Maybe allow me to ask a question. Expensive in what way?
In terms of payment, other schools will ask you, we want 200 or 150 shillings per book. And then you get this other group that's not in the association that comes in and like, we'll give you 80 shillings per book. And you're like, 80 shillings per book is way better than 150 shillings per book.
Well, that is true. But as they always say, that cheap is expensive. Therefore, I would advise all the institutions in this industry, or rather in this nation, all the school institutions, let them have professionals come perform a professional work, and that way we will get rid of the issue of indiscipline. So if a team comes into your institution, there must be a member of an association that helps govern this industry. Therefore, that way we will at least have our actors paid better. Because you see, if a person will charge you 80 shillings for such a service that we say art cannot be paid. That is what we normally insist. Art cannot be paid. Art can only be appreciated. So if a person is willing to undercharge, that means they will underperform. Are you getting that? If they undercharge, they underperform. But we are advising the institutions in this country to make sure that at least you contract a group that is a member of an association, that at least you can report them to an association, and an action can be taken against them in case of indiscipline. And I assure you, in every association in this country, in Kenya, our actors are well disciplined. The issue of drugs is not a subject to be discussed with or by them. Over them, they are well disciplined. But I would say that I will not dismiss the fact that we might have two or one group that goes the other way around. Therefore, these groups are the groups that we are trying as an industry, as associations to tame. But we are requesting the clients, which are the school institutions, to make sure that they contract a group that is professional for the professional work.
Roy,
just to add on what he said, yes, we know that there are many groups, and you see the competition in the market is so steep that when you get an offer of 100 compared to 80, definitely you'll go for the 80 because of the profit margins. Now, what maybe we will request of the institution is just get a group that has got a history, going back that how is their discipline level, and also because you see in the industry also we've seen where institutions will wish to have profits on the expense of the students. So they will tend to ask, look for a group, and any upcoming group that can undercharge them, and also so that they may gain the profit. Now coming back to what Asba was saying, these associations will help you so that you may get the best, and also will also try to maintain the rate. Because when you've got a lot of groups not under the association, then the rate will be down, and also these other actors who are in this association will not feel that the industry is paying, or even the industry is rewarding.
But still to you, again, rumors has it, said book actors are not educated. Please clear that.
So that's just but a rumor, because currently, if you do your research well, you will find most of the actors are the university students. So that's what they do during their part time away from school. That notion is something that is because you see art, but then it's not even set book. It's art
as a whole.
As a whole, if maybe you are a parent, maybe, and you're telling your kid, you read hard, become a doctor.
Yeah.
You see, acting or even art has not been appreciated or taken in well with the parents or even anyone as a career.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that art is something like it's a hobby. Yeah. So people don't see that you can do art full time. So that notion is there, yes, and it was there from the vintage notion. It's a vintage notion. Yeah, because you see, when you see your child playing around with the guitar, with he's acting in church. You expect him to act, yes, but also to read. Not knowing that maybe his or her talent is in art.
Director.
Maybe I think people need to realize that the greatest antidepressant in this world, the greatest antidepressant in this world is art. Is art. Therefore, you cannot say that art is for the uneducated. But when it comes to set book industry, I will assure you, without a doubt, assure you that this industry has not only set book industry, but the acting industry has the greatest minds in this nation. These are people that are well educated. Because in the set book industry, at least I would say this with a lot of certainty, at least 90% are university students. So you cannot say someone is not educated and yet they are in university. So treat it, I repeat, treat it as nothing more than rumors. Actors are well educated, well informed, and well articulate of the issues. Yes.
Just to add on him, you see, it's only in Kenya or even in Africa that a child may not pay a full course for a kid to go and do what in film industry or even to go and do acting. Yeah. So you see, this thing that the Western Union have embraced, it's something maybe I will wish if the CBC I've seen a form that they are bringing art into the industry. Yeah. So if we will appreciate art at that level where we will have even scholarship for people to go and study art, then we will have embrace that art as a not only as a culture but also as a professional.
All right, yes, if you're joining us right now, this is EBN Morning Live, and we are hosting some great minds over here. They are set book actors, have been in the industry for a long time, and we are trying to debunk some rumors around it, and also to see where the set book industry is going some months, some years, or even some weeks from now. So if you have any questions, EBN TV across all social media platforms, that's where you can get us, and we will definitely ask. We'll be right back after this. Stay tuned.
Through the morning rush and the buzz, find a voice you can trust, a voice of reason, a voice of direction, and a voice of hope.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Live. I'm Cynthia Nanjala.
And I'm Sammy Adika. Rise and shine, folks. We hope you are ready for an energizing start to your day.
Absolutely. We are here to bring you the latest headlines and trending news stories from the world of politics,
business and finance, health and lifestyle,
agriculture and sports.
So grab your coffee, sit back and get ready for a fantastic morning of engaging discussions and news segments.
Join us through our social media handles, #The Morning Live. This is Morning Live, exclusively on EBN TV.
This is EBN Morning Live. My name is Consolata Chibalonza. Today we are taking a deep dive into the set book industry, and we have had some communications, and I hope you're sending in your questions and your reviews and your comments everywhere and anywhere and along our social media platforms. Now with me is Rawlings and Asbar, and an actor, a director, and we're trying to debunk some of the things that have been said or people tend to believe that are not true, and we're trying to see if this industry really has a future. Right now, I want us to get into the industry versus the government. Is the industry in line? Are you working with the government? Is the government helping you? Are you expecting from the government? Like, in fact, does the government even recognize you? Let's start from the actor.
Okay, so the government, you see, the government is having a role to play when it comes to art. So that's where we as set book performance groups, we go, we register. So the government gives us the certificates and also the affirmation that we are qualified under the Ministry of Arts and also in the youths. So the government is playing a role, though I've not felt it's I've not felt the tangible role the government has played, because you see, giving one of the problem in Kenya is lack of employment.
Of course.
You see, art is a branch on how to tackle this issue.
Yeah.
But the government is not using art to tackle this issue of unemployment. Recently, we had seen it was an initiative that we thought that could at least help the youths. It was the Talanta Hela. So it came with good visions and ambitions, but after a few rolling months, it collapsed. So the government has not yet get into art specifically, because they are now into most of sports. Yeah. So art, I think the government has neglected art a little. Yeah. I will say that.
Director.
Well, my opinion is rather different. Well, I feel it is up to us, the actors, to try and make the government see what they are really missing by not supporting stage performers. But I will say that the Talanta Hela was a very good initiative by the government, and for that, totally appreciate the government. But now, the implementation, I think it needed all the stakeholders, both in the film, both in music, and also stage performance, who majorly involve set book actors. I think the government should be informed by us. And that's why we have associations that are having meetings with the government. We have those associations, but we're trying to make the government see and realize that also stage performers, majorly the set books, also need an empowerment by the government. Talanta Hela was a very good initiative, but I believe personally should have at least had everyone, including the stage performance, on board. That is what I believe. But the government really needs to be shown, because for you to develop an interest in something, you need to be shown this is what you are doing. And I will not lie to you, we are doing that. We are doing that. And we hope the government is seeing. Yes.
And apart from set books, like the literature of Fasihi books, of late I've realized the set book world is also growing into theory. I don't know if you're going to also do geography on rocks, I don't know, but you guys are just going. Does it ever stop?
Maybe artistically, I would say you can never limit an artistic mind. You can never limit a mind that thinks of creating. So if we find a way of performing mathematics or chemistry and making it easier and understandable, then we'll do that. We'll do that. So I will say we don't stop. I will request that we don't stop. Yes.
Then also, you see, as an artist, you see things that people don't see.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to CRA, one, it was an avenue also to make students understand the subject well.
Yeah.
And also, it was an avenue of business. You see, if we restricted ourselves only on certain performances, then we would have missed a lot in the CRE area. Yeah, so just as Absal said, even if we get geography, we can perform it in order for the students to understand. Yeah.
Still on performing arts, currently the country has a number, the county, Nairobi County, has a number of stages that artists can perform, and that is including and not limited to the Kenya National Theatre. How accessible are these dorms, are these stages? Has the government made them accessible enough for you, or if you want you can go, or are there limitations to it?
First, I would like to commend the county government of Nairobi, because as long as you're registered as a performing arts group with them, they give you the opportunity to perform in their halls at a subsidized price. Yes. About the Kenya National Theatre, that's every actor's dream to perform there.
Yeah.
You see, in Kenya, the Kenya National Theatre is like the Broadway's theatre.
Yeah.
So every actor in this industry dreams of performing at the Kenya National Theatre. But you see, recently, the Kenya National Theatre has been set aside for public plays only. Yeah. And it's because of the new facility, which is very good, which is very okay, because we all know the business that we do. But I would say the government has made a lot of improvement, because the Kenya National Theatre has been renovated. How we request that it will be made more accessible to everyone. How we wish it would have been made more accessible to
everyone.
Yes.
Actor?
Yeah, just as Absal has said, the government actually is trying as much as possible. Probably, maybe, I will not narrow it down to Nairobi, because you see, talent is something that is diverse.
Yes.
And we will also need other counties to borrow the same. When the government is looking in the interest of the youths in Nairobi County, let even that actor in Wajir feel that he or she has got a space in the art industry. Yes.
Maybe to add on that, I recently had an opportunity to visit Kisumu. Recently. And I would really say that that art industry is really growing, especially the stage performance. I had an opportunity to visit in Kisumu, and I will tell you, I was impressed by the kind of hall they have put up at that CBD. It was an impressive hall. How I wish we could have several of such caliber, of such level in Nairobi County. And I know our governor will do something about that.
Okay, we hope and pray. Let's come to the security of the set book artists on set and also on their way to set. I have heard, especially when instances where you've had to move from Nairobi and maybe you have to go to the northeastern part, sometimes the artists will never even have to reach to the venue, may never get to the venue. Other times the show is cancelled due to insecurity. How are you handling, or how do you cater for the security of the artist that is for you and for you? How safe have you been as an actor?
Okay, you see, matters pertaining security, that is the role of the national government. The national government is mandated actually to give its citizens enough security and also an environment where they can work freely. So in that case, we've recently been having bandits, we've been having insecurities in the countries, but I think the CS is dealing with that. So as an actor, we live a day-to-day life. Today there is security. Where we're going to perform, there is insecurity, but we also take measures. Before we go, we also contact the local authority. Somewhere where there is insecurity, we inform the local authorities before we go into the ground. Before then, after then, we get their consent. Then we also get their support. We are escorted to the venues. After that, then we exit. So I think majorly that's our national government role, but also us as actors, we do collaborate with the local authorities. Yes.
Okay, Asbar?
I believe you have said almost everything, if not everything. Because security is for the national government. But majorly, security is me and you. That is what I believe. So for us as an industry, we have tried to make sure if you have to travel to the areas that are not safe, you travel during daytime. So that at least you can have the police escort you. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. What about, and maybe this might be the last question, is the set book limited to the university students or to the young people only, or can the aged, I don't want to call them old, but you know, those who are young with some few years of experiences, can they also join in?
Okay, so art, we say art is like, it's a culture. Everyone is included in the culture. Be it a young person, be it an old person, be it the smallest. Because you see, even art, we as set book performances, this is the theater performances. Yes. We also have the film performances. Now, it advances because you see there are some commercials or even advertisements that are just meant for kids.
Yeah.
So you cannot put yourself or disguise yourself to be a kid. So we have got we've cut across, be it a young person, be it a young person, and also be it someone who is aged. And also to answer what you've said, you see, it's not only for the learned, because art is something that you're born with. You just go to school to add some few insights. But art is something that you're born in, something that you can do freely. You see, something that you can be woken up at 3 and you perform. Yeah, that was the sweetest part of art. You can just wake up at 2, you perform, the next day you're performing. Yeah, because you see, an actor's mind is a mind that is flexible. Yeah, so everyone is included into the culture. And everyone also has a space in the culture, be it young, be it you're old, also even the toddlers. Yeah.
Ola, I normally believe that the only profession that has no retiring age is art. That is the bare minimum and the bare truth about art. Set book is not limited for any actor of any age. Only that we cannot have the kids, or rather the pupils, performing set books. But you cannot say you are too old to act set books. No, you perform.
Why can't we have the kids perform?
Because probably they're supposed to be in school in the first place.
Oh yeah. Yes. True.
So I would say art is not limited for anyone. Art is the only profession that has no retiring age. You can do art even at the age of 100 and above. You're still performing. You can do art at the age of 3 months and still perform. Yes.
All right, you've heard it here, you've heard it best. It was an amazing session. You guys are amazing, and congratulations on the work. Oh, and before we even go, it's third term, there are no schools. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, so as an actor, your mind is not restricted to one area.
Okay.
You must be flexible. First and foremost, before we started, I said that I've got a lot of attributes. Yes, I'm an actor, but currently I'm also a teacher. I teach special school students, autism. We are located at Limoro, Blue House, Tigoni. That's where I teach. Yeah, so also I've got other side hustles. You see, in the industry of art, you're not limited. And that is where we find that this saga is coming up. Now that a renowned film actor has been into the industry for a long time, then comes back to ask for contribution, because he was just depending on art. Yeah, you see, art has got seasons. There is season where art will give you enough money, and there are seasons where art is dry. So what are you doing? So you need to have a flexible mind, to maneuver around. Now with the heart, also need to do other things, because I do a lot of things. Apart from also teaching, I'm also an MC. I MC at weddings. I'm also a photographer, actually. I did cinematography in school. So you see, an actor is just but a platform to identify who you are. Yeah, so you need to be flexible in the industry of business. Yeah.
Flexibility is key. Very important. So you asked that it is data. What are we doing?
Yes.
We are doing what we do best. We act. We do performances. Right now, this data, we've had plays. We organize plays. We don't only do set books. And our actors are competent enough to write scripts, to create their own concepts, to have their own shows apart from set books. So we do plays. And also, you know that most of our actors are university students. So, you know, with the graduation that is looming just around somewhere here, we have our actors very busy with school right now. Yes, and those that are not in school, we are creating art. That is what we do. That is what I do. We are creating art. So if you're not doing this artistically, we are doing this artistically. If you're not performing set books, we are performing public plays. And apart from that, the same thing that he has said, actors are entrepreneurs too. So people are busy attending to the business that they have apart from set book. Yes.
Okay. And we call it a day, people. It was amazing. It was an amazing session. It was an amazing time to spend with you. Thank you very much for joining in. We will be able to answer your questions right there at the comments as soon as we get to them. Have a beautiful day ahead. This has been EBN Morning Live. We had an actress on stage, on set earlier on. Sorry, I'm in the stage era. We had an actress earlier on set, and she did an amazing job. Ladies, gentlemen, old, young are doing this, and it's been an amazing session here at EBN Morning Live. Hope to see you next time. See you at 1 for EBN News at 1. My name is Consolata Chibalonza, and until next time, God bless.